Alright, so I'm back with my next video. So I'm gonna talk about WAG. I think it's called WAG, W-A-G, WAG. I just found about WAG, just found out about it or whatever. Actually, I was looking at reviews for this other thing, and I ran into it and I just started listening. So WAG, W-A-G. It's a app as well, but it's an app for walking dogs. So you're basically a dog walker. So lately, the last couple of years, y'all don't know, but now you know, that I've just been trying out different things, been trying out everything or whatever. Cause you gotta have a whole bunch of other hustles, to get you money, bring you some money in. Like, it's nothing wrong with it or whatever. So I heard about it or whatever, so I decided, hey, why not give it a try? Whatever. I had dogs all my life. I love dogs. Dogs, to me, they're like family. They're like your best friend. If you don't have children like me, they become your child. That's just what it is with pets. I love pets. So yeah, I was like, you know what, let me sign up. So the video that I watched on YouTube from this girl, I don't remember her name, she had the actual website to sign up below at the bottom. So I clicked it or whatever, stuff like that. I could say the process is a little bit, well, you know what, let me take that back. The process is depends on what area you lived in. It does depend on what area you live in. It does. It can be to sign up. It can be a lot for certain people in different areas. Because I do know somebody in LA where they said their process was different than mine. But I'm going to tell you what I had to go through. Just a little bit about it, my process and what it is. So I'm in New Jersey, just so y'all know. I'm in like the Belleville, North Newark area, Clifton, Belleville, Kearney. I'm in that area or whatever. So for me, how it was, just if you're interested in thinking about joining, because I promise you, it's not a lot of reviews on it. Because when I looked it up on YouTube, it's not a lot of reviews about this. And some of the reviews that are up there, they don't give you enough information. So hopefully once I'm done this video, it'll be enough information. Okay, so I clicked on the link that she had below. I opened it up. It just asked for my information, like your name, your first and last name, address, where you live or whatever, stuff like that. It asks you for all that information, and then they have where it's like a little test. Now the test to me is easy. It's common sense. It's common sense stuff. Now, I did have a couple of questions where I didn't know, because it started to go into details about the collar that, goes around a dog. Like, what did this color collar mean? Like, what, just certain stuff about collars. But it wasn't that many questions about it. It was maybe like 5 questions about the collar. But what I did was I just left another tab open and put it in Google. And then I just got the answers like that. But it was only like 5 questions. But all the other questions are common sense questions that you should know. It was 18 questions, I believe. It was either 18 questions or 20. Yeah, it was 18 questions. But you could do it right from your cell phone or whatever like that. It's simple. Then they ask you another question like, why do you want to be a dog walker? Yeah, like, why do you want to be a dog walker? And yeah, it's like, why do you want to be a dog walker? And what would you do? I think the question was, okay, the first question was, why do you want to be a dog walker? And it said, of course, we know you love dogs. That was the number 1 question. Why do you want to be a dog walker? The second one was, I believe the second one was, either what would you do when you first it was like, what would you do when you first approach a dog that doesn't know you for the first time? So those are the 2 questions that it asks you. So you answer those 2 questions, then it asks you to pull up a picture profile, like a profile picture of yourself. Then it just asks you to put some things about yourself in your bio, which I believe you had to do that. And what else? And I think that was it. I think that was it. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's different in different areas. Oh, but what I could say, the only thing that I don't like is it's $30. It's either $25 or $30 to sign up, because I haven't even paid for that yet. But yeah, it's $25. It's in between $25 and $30 to sign up. That includes your t-shirt. I think it includes a t-shirt. It includes, it's like these little business cards or something that it includes, that you give out to the customer once you walk their dog. If they want to recommend you on an app to walk their dog, that's all information is on the card about you. And thirdly, it's like a little tie thing that goes around a dog neck or whatever that they have. So that's what's included in the $30, which gets shipped to you. It gets shipped to you. They said it's going to take like a week or a couple of days to do that. But yeah, the process, that's all that I can remember that what the process was. But I said some people's area is different. Like my friend in LA, he had to actually go to the orientation and do all of that. Like over here, I didn't have to do an orientation. I didn't have to do an orientation. It didn't say nothing about a drug test, nothing like that. It didn't say nothing about a drug test. So yeah, it didn't say nothing about a drug test or nothing like that. It didn't say nothing about no orientation, nothing like that. So it all depends on like what area you live in. But with the little testing, they do want to make sure that you know what to do in these situations. And two, what I do want to say is, even though you're a private, like you're your own boss, basically, you're a private contractor with WAG, you still you're basically your own boss, basically, because you can work, you work when you want, the hours you want, or whatever. You can schedule some of them too if you want. It depends on your area though, but I know you can schedule it if you want. But you're your own boss. Like, you're your own boss. You work on the hours that's good for you. What else can I say? Oh yeah, what I was gonna say too, so since you are not even though you wearing the WAG shirt or whatever, you're not an employee to them. So the only thing is, if the dog bites somebody or the dog go missing, it's on you. Like, that's gonna be your fault and your responsibility. So that's the only thing. What else? Oh, but I did find out too, like a tip, you can say a tip, a bonus, whatever. When you're wearing your WAG t-shirt and that little, I don't know what they call it, but when they ship you the shirt, the card, and the little thing that ties around a dog, if you take a picture with the shirt and it around a dog, you get an extra $1 or whatever. They pay you an extra $1. So that's a little bonus, a little tip if you didn't know. Now you know. It's like a bonus or tip or whatever else like that comes along with the shipping or whatever. What else? Oh, too, I would say, like, when you start, well, too, what I could say before I was about to say what I was about to say, you can do this, like, to get to each destination, to get to the owner's house and you picking the dog up. You can do this through, like, you can do this. They have the option where you can either do it with a car, a bike. You could do this from public transportation. I think you even do it with a scooter. You probably can even do it walking, depending on how long it is. But those are the options that you can do it on those two. So, and they do, like, when you do your little application, whatever, like, you have to put, like, how you get into each destination or whatever like that. What else can I say? What else can I say? What else can I say? Oh, so when you actually start, Um, when you actually start, what I did find out, I'm just giving y'all a whole bunch of information. Hopefully, y'all taking it in and learning. Okay, so it's all different lengths of walk times for the dog. It all depends on what the customer chooses. So for 20 minutes, the 20-minute walk is $12. Yeah, the 20-minute walk is $12. The hour walk, so the 20-minute walk is $12. The hour walk is $18, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And the 10-minute walk is like, I believe, in between $6 and $7, if I'm not mistaken. But in my area, I really got anybody that ever wants you to walk the dog for 10 minutes. Yeah. What else do I have for you guys? Oh, what I could say is when you decide to start sorry, my windshield wipers. When you accept to do the walk with the dog, read the notes on the inside. Read the info, like read the notes or whatever, important notes that the customer leave about their pet or whatever, of how to get in, of how to approach my dog if they have it, where they where they stuff at, or what they like to do, what they like to play with, whatever. Make sure you follow that information. Make sure, because that helps you, get your tip or get your little bonus. Like, even what I do is, like, how they have you do it, like, I'll lock the door or whatever, and what you could do in between, you can take pictures of their dog while you walking them. You can do videos of the dog while they walking them. But I like to put details. Like, you can put details about the walk. You can put if they pee, if they poop, or whatever, if they play. You can put all that in the comments. So I like to put all that in the comments, be very detailed with the customer, because that gives you a lot of tips, and it gives you a lot of a bonus of showing them that you care and stuff like that. So yeah, you gotta, it's really good if you put all that info, and it's really good if you do that. You put all that info in. But yeah, what else can I say? I do like that you can schedule like your day. I don't know like what the limit is of how many you can schedule per day. I don't know that. But the most I have ever scheduled for either like the next day, the most I ever scheduled, depending on how many they need that day, the most I ever scheduled for that next day is like 5 to 7. But too, like, I do that as a part-time too. Like, it's not a full-time job. All these gigs that I have is all part-time, just me getting money, any way that I can or whatever. So yeah, when I do it, the dog walking. But okay, the thing is though, since it's only like 20 minutes, a lot of the dog walks that I had was 20 minutes. With it being 20 minutes, like, when you dropping the other dog off, or y'all like, okay, when you like in the customer's like house, what I usually do is I'm scheduling my next one. Like, if I don't schedule my day in advance, I'm scheduling my next dog walker. It's what I'm usually doing. But what I was gonna say, with it being like majority of my dog walks be like 20 minutes, you can do like you can do a lot if you really want to. You can get a lot done if it's really like high, like people really need their dog walk in that day and it's a lot. You can do a lot. Like, let's just say if I got one scheduled for 6 o'clock, okay, 20 minutes, so 6:20, that's it with the walk. 6:20, all right, I'm scheduling my next one. But it all does depend on how far your next dog walk is. It does depend on your next dog walk. But yeah, it all depends, like, your area. It all depends on your area, and if it's popular or not in that area. you know, if it's a lot of people, you know, need dog walks in that area. But I do try to get, like, I am trying to make relationships with these customers, because when you make relationships with the customers, majority of the time they want you walking a dog on a regular, because they, at the while, the dog get used to you, the dog know you, so it just make it easier for you when the dog is familiar with you and the dog know you. And a lot of the customers, when they familiar and they know you, a lot of them give you good tips. They hook you up with tips. So even though I be trying to do customers that I don't know, like in big areas that have big houses, because they tip you well. They tip you very well. And then they're going to tip you on top of that when you detailed about what's going on with your dog. You send them videos and pictures and stuff like that. So yeah, I never heard about this app until like last week. And I was like, yo, I gotta sign up. And then at first I was like, I don't know, because, you know, everybody dog is different and stuff like that. But they do send you a picture of the dog. They send you a picture of the dog and just a little like detail about him or whatever like that. So what you see in the picture of the dog, it kind of helps. But honestly, I be trying to go for the little small, you know, kind of little frilly dogs in the picture. Even though I have had a couple of big dogs in my life, but it's kind of different, you know, when they don't know you. You gotta say, you know, first go in, hi, you know, calling their name, you know, be real nice and friendly to them and stuff like that. Which, what I could say, I never really got into no altercations. Like, I never really had like no issues like with any dog like being, you know, so aggressive or being so crazy. But what I could say, if you ever get into that situation and you feel like the dog is just like out of control, or if you walk this dog like 4 or 5 times and this dog is always aggressive like that all the time, you don't have to walk the dog anymore. You know, you could just choose not to walk that dog anymore, honestly. If that dog is really like aggressive and he really like going crazy and all this stuff, you know, you don't have to choose to walk that dog anymore. And what else can I say? You can do more. You can walk 2 dogs at a time. I don't know about 3 and 4, but you can walk 2 dogs at a time if you choose to. And you do be getting a lot of good deals when you walk 2 dogs at a time. Me personally, I really wouldn't prefer it, because depending on what the dogs are, like if they're real big dogs or whatever, it's hard to focus on 2 dogs at a time. And usually with me, when I do have the dog, I'm like focusing on the dog. I'm playing with the dog. Like literally, you know, that's what I'm doing. I mean, that's just what I do. Not every dog, but even if I'm not playing, I am interacting with the dog at some point. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend walking 2 dogs, you know, at the same time, because it can be a lot. It can be a lot walking 2 dogs at a time. It really can be. It can be a lot walking 2 dogs at a time. It can be a lot. But what I could say, the pay is pretty good. All the ones that I have was like, well, it depends. I haven't got really any ones that, like, any customers that want to walk their dog for like 10 minutes. All the walks that I've been getting, the most popular is 20 minutes, because an hour can be a lot. But for the most part, all of them been 20-minute walks or whatever. They all been 20-minute walks. And like I said, all the 20-minute walks is $12. So you gotta think. I mean, I said don't. It's probably not a good idea to walk 2 dogs, but I'm just saying, Like, I know me, I know I'm gonna try it one day. I wouldn't recommend it doing all the time, but trust and believe. You gotta think, if you walk one dog and it's $12. If you walk two dogs at a time, it's gonna be double that. So if you walk two dogs at the same time, it could be like $20, maybe even more than that. So yeah, so I haven't paid my $30 though yet. So once I do that, then I can start. Like, you start right away. Once they send you your little package, you start right away or whatever. So yeah, like, if you haven't heard about it, you don't know about it, I would say, you should check it out. You should check it out, especially if you're pet friendly like me and you had a whole bunch of pets in your life. Like, what? I had like 6 to 7 dogs in my life, and I'm only 25. So you got to think, all the dogs, a lot of my dogs lived for a long time. And then on top of that, I had a turtle, I had a hamster. So I can't have cats because I'm allergic to them. But yeah, like, I had a lot of dogs in my life. I had small dogs and big dogs. I haven't had a dog in like the last 5 to 6 years, because where I'm living at now, I can't have pets. And then around the time when I moved where I'm at now, I was like working heavy hours to the point where I would never be home, and leaving a dog at home by themselves all day is not good. It's not good. So but I am planning on getting a dog in the next, by 2020, because so I'm gonna give it a shot. But even though I haven't even got my stuff yet, I mean, because I know a couple of people that's already doing it, so I'm getting, my little experience from them and stuff like that. And you would think the people that I know, you would think they would have told me, because I didn't even know that people around me was doing this. I told you, I found out by me watching a video. I found out by me watching one video, and then you know how it is when you click on one video and then you click on the next video. And that's how I found out about it. So I think I'm gonna give it another shot. I think I'm gonna see like how it is over here in this area or whatever. But to me, I feel like that's good money to me, in my opinion. I feel like that's good money at the end of the day, especially just for like a little side hustle or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think that I tell you everything that you need to know. I think I told you guys everything. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, any concerns, or want to know anything, put your questions down below. I don't have any subscribers, but if you want to subscribe to my channel, why not? But yeah, hope you guys have a good day, and I'll be back soon.